So from black to white. Okay? That's what I said about variety in cataract surgery. So I'm going to talk about white cataracts and fibrous capsules in this session. Now the challenges that we face when dealing with these white cataracts, you can see up there. You can't see the capsule very well. The high pressure, which can lead to the Argentinian flag sign. And you can get leaking of lens matter and secondary glaucoma because of it. So let's just look at a couple of cases to start with. I think this qualifies as white. So I'm going to show how to put vision blue in. Yesterday we tried. So through the side port without OBD, you just put as big an air bubble as you can and then inject the vision blue under the air bubble. Why do you put air bubble? Because it allows the vision blue to spread. If you have viscose inside, vision blue won't spread so well, and some of you found that yesterday, you remember. So once that's in, I flushed out the vision blue and I put viscose in, again, just to push aside and evacuate the blue. Now, the first thing with white cataracts is to decompress. So I will put my needle in and I'm aspirating that. You will see as I aspirate, the capsule here flattens in the middle, and then I will start a smallish rhexis first, because you still haven't relieved the swollen lens from the side yet, and we'll address that in a minute. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and start the capsulorhexis. And I think for these white swollen lenses, you can always start with a smaller one and make it larger later if necessary, in case it runs out. And here you can see we've got a reasonable size rhexis coming around, and with the vision blue staining, it's quite easy to hold it and really get a largish capsulorhexis if you have control. And you can see this coming around quite nicely. And you see I always grip quite near the point of tear, and then we still bring it around and join up. And that works. You see this is much less elastic than the eyes we worked on yesterday. Now here, this is a technique that Dr. Chi taught me. Okay, if you look in here, we've decompressed. I'm going to decompress again. I'm going to aspirate. You see that stuff coming in? So you flatten the anterior capsule here, but there's still a lot of fluid in a donut shape in the periphery. So what do you do about that? And we know that because when we start doing our rhexis, sometimes it can still run out because of the sloping or the swelling up there. So this is what she taught us, that you can actually massage the fluid from the side. See that? That's the massage, pushing the fluid in towards the hole that I made. Okay. You sometimes can't see it, but stuff is coming out because I can see that it's flattening over here. And what this does, of course, instead of having a peripheral lens that's curved like that, you flatten it down. And then you're converting a swollen cataract into one that isn't swollen and flat and behaves like a normal eye. And this, in fact, is our fellow doing this case and doing exactly what Professor G taught us to do, massaging. You can see some of the milk coming out here now. And of course, it's hard to massage that part, but you can massage reasonably well on both sides of the opening. And you see, we've kept the opening very small to reduce the risk of the Argentinian flag sign again. And then after that, she flips open the tear. And yesterday, again, we worked on this. Try and get the slit and flip that little triangle up. Because once you've got the triangle up, it's much easier for you to grip onto it to tear around the capsulorhexis. And again, once you flatten this, you see it's just behaving like any normal eye. And I found that, you know, by flattening this, I no longer am so sort of anxious when I'm at the periphery here, and the eye actually behaves very much like a normal CCC. Okay, so this is basic technique for doing a safe capsulorhexis in a white cataract. Put air, put vision blue, small hole, decompress by sucking. So when you penetrate with the needle, suck, decompress it first, and then do the massage to flatten the peripheral parts of the lens. Okay, so these are the challenges I gave you. Here's a new problem, okay? White cataracts hide hidden treasures. What do we mean by that? Let's look at this white cataract in point. When you look at a white cataract, you can't see a thing, right? It's all white. It's like a snowscape. Again, same thing going in, aspirating, clearing away the white milk. And then here I'm starting the capsulorhexis. Going around here. And at some point, I'm going to meet some resistance here. You see that? Resistance. So what's happening there? Anyone? So here I am, I'm still trying to tear this around and say, come on, what's going on? And it just won't go. So I put a bit more OVD. Whenever you're in trouble, put some OVD so you can see what's going on. And I reckon there must be some stuff there that's blocking me. So I then take my cystotome, I go in and try and cut through. Is it some fibrous tissue or whatever? And I'm doing that, and it still won't go. Try once more. What should I be doing? Anyone? Anyone? I hear you. So here I think I'm going, but it's still not going. So clearly something is holding it back.
Someone says cut, someone else says capsule.
Okay. Cut is a good suggestion. I mean, I tried with the needle, it obviously didn't work. So what I thought I'd do is my brain wasn't in gear that day. I should have used a pair of scissors. So I decided, okay, I'm going to come around the other direction. Not unreasonable. Sometimes you can get a different angle of approach. So I'm coming around here quite nicely. And again, you can see the value of vision blue. If you didn't have the vision blue, you wouldn't be able to see this quite well. So I'm coming back here and say, yeah, I got this one done. So we're just going to come up and join up the last little 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is often 1 millimeter too much. Again, why? Because I was lazy, yeah? What I should have done was stop, take out the pair of Venice scissors, okay? Because I can see now that there's actually a band here. See, there's a band of fibrous tissue that is not very clear. So now, too late, yeah? The Venice scissors coming, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. I went in and cut it, and then of course you can bring it out. Then you have to do all the very casual techniques we talked about this morning. And you see, that's the fibrous band that gave me trouble. I couldn't see it, right? I mean, because it was white, it's all camouflage. Couldn't see. So this is what I mean by a hidden treasure when you're dealing with these white cataracts. Now, if you have a fibrous band like this, not so bad. I mean, you can see it. We can see it. We can expect trouble there. And then sometimes you're lucky, like in this case, I'm able to actually tear the capsule over the fibrous tissue, and that's not an issue. But not all of them behave like that. Sometimes the white fibrous band is integrated into the capsule, and it doesn't come away cleanly. So then that becomes a bit of a problem. Okay, what about this other one? Again, super white cataract, vision blues we put in, decompress, doing all the same things we talked to you about. Putting in the needle, aspirating, flattening the central part here, and then starting the capsulorhexis. Again, finding the edge, and then tearing again. I'm a clockwise person, so I will go around this way, come around. Here we go on, carry on. Anyone sees anything yellow? What do you all see? See, I'm at the moment, this was some years ago when I was a little bit younger, I'm tearing it, I said, gee, same problem as the last case. Same problem, right? So I said, this time I'm smarter. You learn, right? Eventually, even old dogs like us learn. So I'm going in and I'm cutting where the thing was held up, where there was resistance. I'm trying to cut, but it's not easy to cut. You can see it's because there's no tension. You really need to hold it and cut. So sometimes cutting is not as easy as you think it is. So here I am cutting, or still attempting to cut and struggling and not doing a very good job about it. And I think I finally got it there. Okay, then you see the little cut there. So I think I'm done. Everyone agree I'm done? So I go back in and I pull on that flap. It's hard to grab. Why? Because now you see it's still not going. Do you see why? I didn't see at that time until I looked back in the movie and all of that. I looked at it very closely. You see, it's not going because you see this triangular flap here. See, this is the one that was blocking me, and now I'm cutting it. In a sea of white, it's hard to see a triangle of white. Hidden treasure. So I finally cut that piece, and then you will see that it's okay to carry on. So the point I'm making with these videos is that white things in the white eye are hard to see, and you just need to watch very, very carefully to look for things like that. Okay, so let's just stop that one. So Forrest Gump in his movie said, you never know what's inside a box of chocolates. You never know what's inside a white cataract. Okay, and I'm not only talking about the anterior capsule. I've shown you anterior capsular issues. You sometimes don't know what the state of the nucleus is. So Whaite mentioned you might have a black on white nucleus. You can have a small white brittle nucleus, you can have a brown nucleus. So it's all sorts of stuff. So hidden treasures, you can have raised intralenticular pressure for Argentinian flag signs. You might have a dense black nucleus. You might have a posterior polar hiding behind. You don't even know that. And these fibrotic plaques I've just shown you. Now fibrotic plaques are quite nicely dealt with by femto. And occasionally if you do a femtosecond laser, you will see it actually cuts through the capsule very well, leaving behind the fibrotic bit underneath. And so when I see very fibrotic anterior capsules, I do like to use the femtosecond laser machine because I think it does help in sometimes it will cut that thing as well. Sometimes it just allows separation of the capsule over the fibrotic patch. I can skip that one. So you get these fibrotic capsules in normal cataracts, you get them in white cataracts, and this we've seen, this is the explosion done by the femtosecond laser. And here's another one. Here's another lady who's quite old. She's got very white cataract, and I decided to do a femtosecond laser. And her son, of course, is a lawyer. Okay. If there's one thing worse than a patient who's a lawyer, it's the son who's a lawyer. Okay? Because they're sometimes more difficult. So you can see when you start femtosecond lasering, the issue is whether the milk comes out and blocks your laser pathway or not. And you never really know. Ideally, you want to be able to zap the 360 degrees in the same moment. But it's tough, right? There's always a bit of tilt and so on and so forth. So after doing that step, I bring the patient to the microscope. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look. And here I'm going to stain with vision blue, again with air first, and then vision blue in, remove the vision blue with OVD, and then inspect the quality of the capsulorhexis. Now I can see that part looks pretty clear. This part I'm not so sure of. And the thing to do is not to be a hero and just pull it out in a quick movement, is to take slowly, and I'll just move it clearly, and I'll see here, it's come away. There was a little bit of resistance, like a postage stamp, but it actually came away quite well. And then the rest of the cataract was reasonably straightforward. This is one of those brittleish, not that dense cataracts, which was fairly simple to remove. And at the end of the day, when I looked at the capsulorhexis, I had to say that the femtosecond laser probably did a better job than I would have done myself. And there were one or two slightly less smooth areas here where I had felt the resistance over there. You can see a little bit rough there, a little bit rough there. But overall, I think the flex machine did its job very well. And I would also tend to do flex for these white cataracts. Do you routinely do flex for white? Yeah. Okay, so just to end with, when you're doing flex on white cataracts, ensure as flat a dot as you can, but make sure you just take the capsule off slowly. So my take-home messages for you when you're dealing with these white cataracts is aspirate as you puncture the capsule so you decompress it. Do that massage that I showed you. Beware of hidden treasures and consider flags. Thank you very much.